Good morning, America. Happy President's Day to all of you. Good to see you here with us this Monday morning. I'm Vanessa Broussard. Our top story this morning, we are now heading into week 3 in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Her daughter, Savannah Guthrie, fighting back tears, released this video message last night on Instagram.
I wanted to come on and it's been 2 weeks since our mom was taken, and I just wanted to come on and say that we still have hope and we still believe. And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late. And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And we are here. And we believe. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
It's an emotional plea, as you can hear, urging whoever may be responsible to come forward and return her mother safely. Meanwhile, authorities are focusing on a glove found close to the home of Nancy Guthrie. It has been sent to a lab for analysis. Preliminary results show it could be that of the person who kidnapped Nancy, and authorities say we could know more today when the final report is expected. Now, there have been multiple people taken in for questioning. Still no suspects, still no arrests. So this glove with DNA could be the key. President Trump sent in the FBI to help local law enforcement, and there's been talk that the local sheriff isn't cooperating with the feds. Here's Dan Bongino's take.
But on the Guthrie case, so you've probably seen the news stories that a black glove that appears to resemble the black glove of the perpetrator or the suspect in the case caught on the Nest camera was found on the side of the road. Listen, I'm reading the news reports here. I am pretty confident the cooperation level between the sheriff and the FBI is not good. Folks, I'm not here. I got Senator Tommy Tuberville coming up later, and we're going to chat more about this. I am not here to tell you, the FBI and federal law enforcement, Secret Service, DEA, we're the answer to every problem all the time. Local police officers are the best of the best. Nobody knows their AORs, areas of responsibility, the people, the sources better than them. Some of these detectives have conducted more homicide interviews than a 20-year FBI agent. These guys are incredible. The FBI has TFOs, task force officers too, because police officers and others, because they're so good at what they do. However, when it comes to science and technology, it's a simple matter of a budget issue. I don't want to bore you with details, but the FBI's budget is close to between 11 and $12 billion. That's a lot of money. Now, it's a global enterprise, but a lot of that goes to our OTD, our lab division. And in that amount of money, a good amount of money is spent on law enforcement technology, DNA, everything from analyzing tire prints. If there's not cooperation and there's this parochial, it's my investigation, we're not giving this to you guys because we just don't want to, you're not going to get the answers you want. I'm pretty confident I know what I'm talking about. The cooperation here has not been great. This is not about who gets there's no winning here. That's not what this is about. About just solving the case. I'm telling you, when we did our fugitive task force, I told my guys, I don't care who gets credit for an arrest of a fugitive. Anyone telling you otherwise is full of shit. Everyone in those rooms on those VTCs know I made a big point of this. I don't care. Let the state or the city do the press conference, take all the credit. I don't care. Taxpayers pay for an FBI to go help. That's it. Not to get in people's way and be weaponized. I'm telling you, the cooperation has not been good.
Again, today, local and federal police will talk to neighbors like they've been doing. They'll sift through area surveillance videos and scour the area looking for any clue in the Catalina foothills of Tucson. But again, that glove, investigators say the preliminary results show the DNA profile is believed to belong to the suspect. And the FBI is now analyzing that evidence for possible matches. We should know more today. And also, there's been a lot of pushback on social media regarding the media coverage of this case. Some saying it's getting more attention than the hundreds of thousands of children missing in this country. Now, let's be clear. We talk about this often. We've reported that the Biden administration turned a blind eye to the 300,000 missing children in our country. And now the Trump administration is finding them.
Over 3,300 children. You know, the last administration, over 500,000 children smuggled in this country, released to unvetted sponsors. They lost track of 300,000 of them. President Trump has already found 145,000 of them. In Minnesota alone, over 3,300 missing children we found that the last administration wasn't even looking for.
That was Tom Homan just last week. More and more children are being found and being returned to their families. We hope and pray they're all found and brought home. Now to another partial government shutdown. Why are we in another shutdown? Because Democrats don't want to fund the Department of Homeland Security. The Democrats are protecting illegals and not the men and women in uniform who are protecting the homeland. Congress failed to pass a funding bill just last week. They remain locked in a standoff over how to fund DHS, FEMA, the Coast Guard, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Here's Congressman Burchett with more.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett. Y'all know what's crazy? First of all, I'm standing out here in the dadgum rain talking to y'all here at the farm. Second of all is the Democrats shutting the government down because they want to unmask ICE agents so they can harass law enforcement because they're enforcing the dadgum laws. Tell them next time somebody breaks into your dadgum house and they want you to feed them, want you to clothe them, want you to give them medicine, want you to educate them. That's exactly what illegal aliens are doing. And yeah, I'm sure some of them are good people, but they got a lot of dirt bags in there. But the real irony of the whole thing is, how much money do you think, as they shut the government down, one of those areas is Coast Guard, how much money do you think their budget is? I'll tell you, it's around $14.5 billion. And guess what they stole in Minnesota? $14.5 billion with a B. Both of them, $1 billion. And that is what they're protesting, so they can keep doing that. And that's why they're mad at the ICE agents, because they're trying to enforce some portion of the law, which the Democrats don't like. Anyway, let's keep fighting. Let's take our dadgum country back, folks, and please keep praying for our country. Thank y'all for sending me here.
The Senate blocked a measure that would have provided roughly $64 billion in funding through September. Democrats are demanding new accountability measures for immigration enforcement. Republicans have pushed back on those demands. So right now, our brave men and women in DHS, including TSA officers and ICE agents, are continuing to work without pay during the shutdown. Just what the Democrats want. And we're also monitoring the SAVE Act, now in the hands of the Senate. Again, sitting there, waiting. We've seen this movie before. The House does its job, the Senate stalls. Our Kara Castronova asked President Trump about the SAVE Act this weekend.
Voter ID polls very well nationally. Even the majority of Democrat voters want it.
Right.
So why do you think Senate Democrats are resisting the SAVE Act? And what is your strategy and realistic pathway to getting the SAVE Act passed to ensure free and fair elections for the next generation?
It's such a great question. I appreciate it, actually, because it's called the Save America Act. We've changed the name. It's the Save America Act, and the Democrats are against it. I heard one of them saying, we will stop the Save America Act. No, we're trying to save America. And it has to do with largely voting. And basically, it's got three very simple points. It's got voter ID, photo ID, but voter ID with a photo, right? It's got the confirmation of U.S. citizenship. You have to be a citizen. So you have a vote, you have an ID. That's about a 99% one. And I think 90% with Democrats. Then you have confirmation U.S. citizenship. That's about a 99% one with Republicans, about 86% with Democrats, except Democrat politicians because they cheat on elections. And then you have no mail-in ballots. And it would be no mail-in ballots, very important. You know, we're the only country in the world that does a system like we do. We're the only country in the world that has mail-in ballots. The way we do this is unbelievable. It guarantees cheating. So it's no mail-in ballots with the exception of disability, illness, military, or if you're traveling, you can get an exemption. You know, if you happen to be out of the country for a good reason, you can have an exemption. So with exceptions, it's no mail-in ballots, and that will assure the security of our crooked elections. We have crooked elections, yeah.
The Save America Act should be up for a vote this week in the Senate. Now, if it becomes law, again, it would require proof of U.S. citizenship to vote, require photo ID to vote, require states to remove non-citizens from voter rolls, you know, all the things that should have been done and required long ago. Election integrity should be a no-brainer. Now, this week, when it's voted on by the Senate, it'll need 60 votes to pass due to Senate filibuster rules. Here's more from Scott Pressler.
So the Republican Study Committee had me for an entire day, and let me tell you, these people put me to work. We started off a very early morning with Abe Hamadeh and Chairman Brian Steele, who did the Mega Act, and we were also joined by Mary Miller and Celeste Malloy. And so I had an opportunity to talk to members of Congress to their faces, not only about upcoming election integrity reform legislation, but ultimately that if we don't pass this legislation, I feel very strongly that voters are not going to turn out and that we will lose our majority. And throughout the entire day, Tommy and team, I had the opportunity to speak to over 50 members of Congress in one single day. And my message was on behalf of my 2.4 million followers, basically saying, pass the Save America Act or bust. Otherwise, the Republican voters are not going to come out this November.
There you have it. He's right. If we don't trust the elections, why should we vote? In November of 2024, we made it too big to rig, but President Trump won't be on the ballot in November, so will Republicans get out to vote? They have to pass the SAVE Act to give them a reason to understand and to know that our elections are more secure than they have been in the past. Well, in case you missed it, Secretary of State Marco Rubio stole the show at the Munich Security Conference, one of the most important foreign policy speeches of the year. Here are some major takeaways, and he got a standing ovation for this. He said the U.S. and Europe belong together, saying Europe must take more responsibility for its own defense. He put a strong emphasis on national sovereignty and migration concerns, and he gave a warning about global competition, especially China. Here's part of his speech.
For 5 centuries, before the end of the Second World War, the West had been expanding. Its missionaries, its pilgrims, its soldiers, its explorers pouring out from its shores to cross oceans, settle new continents, build vast empires extending out across the globe. But in 1945, for the first time since the age of Columbus, it was contracting. Europe was in ruins. Half of it lived behind an iron curtain, and the rest looked like it would soon follow. The great Western empires had entered into terminal decline, accelerated by godless communist revolutions and by anti-colonial uprisings that would transform the world and drape the red hammer and sickle across vast swaths of the map in the years to come. Against that backdrop, then as now, many came to believe that the West's age of dominance had come to an end, and that our future was destined to be a faint and feeble echo of our past. But together, our predecessors recognized that decline was a choice, and it was a choice they refused to make. This is what we did together once before, and this is what President Trump and the United States want to do again now. Together, with you. And this is why we do not want our allies to be weak, because that makes us weaker. We want allies who can defend themselves so that no adversary will ever be tempted to test our collective strength. This is why we do not want our allies to be shackled by guilt and shame. We want allies who are proud of their culture and of their heritage, who understand that we are heirs to the same great and noble civilization, and who together with us are willing and able to defend it. And this is why we do not want allies to rationalize the broken status quo rather than reckon with what is necessary to fix it. For we in America have no interest in being polite and orderly caretakers of the West's managed decline.
Such a good speech. The overall takeaway: reassure Europe that the U.S. remains an ally, and also warn Europe that the relationship is changing and Europe must step up. Rubio, again, he received a standing ovation when he walked in, also when he left the stage for his speech, and he has received incredible positive feedback. I want to switch gears now, talk about Charlie Kirk. You know, ever since his assassination, there has been so many theories online. Every day, pretty much when I'm scrolling social media, I see some new theory about Charlie Kirk and his assassination, also his widow, Erica Kirk, many from social media influencers. Now, these influencers have massive audiences, many close to 1 million or over 1 million, and the rumors they start, they take off like a wildfire because people believe what they're seeing. Well, I'm looking at you, Candace Owens. Now, while Candace may have fallen and bumped her head and is so ugly to Erica Kirk, she, like many others, still want the truth about what happened the day Charlie was assassinated. Candace has come up with every crazy theory that you can imagine. But Tucker Carlson, he recently said he just wants the truth from police.
At all.
Charlie Kirk, are we getting the full truth of what happened to him? And will we ever?
Of course, I don't know the answer. I never weigh in on it because I love his widow, Erica, and I'm sad to see. I'm sad to see so much of what's happened ever since, and I love Charlie, and so it's emotional for me, and so, but I will just say the responsibility for investigating crime goes to the civil authorities, in this case, the federal and state authorities, and so the internet is not in charge of investigating crimes, and when the authorities fail to investigate crimes, the internet will fill the vacuum. That's what you're watching now.
Yeah.
So there's all this hostility. Well, how dare you speculate? Well, we're speculating because
there are no answers.
And we don't have any reason to trust that we're going to get straight answers because there is such a long legacy of lying and deception from American law enforcement. Mm-hmm. You saw it on January 6th. You saw it at the Oklahoma City bombing. You saw it on 9/11. We still can't get the answers to what happened on 9/11 25 years later. Mm. Why is that? It's my country. I had a friend killed, like many people, on that day. I watched my country change forever, and they won't declassify the 9/11 files because why? Mm. Like, what is the answer there?
Who do you think they're protecting?
Come on now. I don't know, but I would just say we can't know until it's just all declassified, and people have to face the truth. And I think some of the things we think about 9/11 are true. I think some of the things we think about 9/11 are not true, but we won't know until everything is declassified. We can't declassify the Kennedy assassination files 63 years later. So what's the answer? And look, my only contribution is not deep knowledge. It's just a sense that
you're not getting the full picture.
I'm just not afraid at all. And I think it's totally within bounds as an American citizen to say, you're the criminal, not me. I'm not hiding the 9/11 files. If I had them in my house, I'd put them on the internet. I wouldn't even look at the ones, put them on the internet, because it's been 25 years. Mm. And 3,000 people died. So what's your excuse for hiding this? And so anyway, given all that, I'm under no obligation to assume the authorities will do a thorough or honest job investigating Charlie Kirk's murder or any other murder. I have a right to ask questions and to get very straightforward answers. And if you tell me I can't tell you, it's incumbent on you to explain why you can't.
A lot of us are questioning what happened that day, but Erica has said she trusts the investigators looking into Charlie's assassination. At the end of the day, she sees a lot that we don't know. And while she sees the lies and even jealousy spread about her online, Turning Point USA is still blowing and going. As you know, the All-American halftime show drew in over 25 million viewers. And just last night, a packed house in Tennessee at the Make Heaven Crowded tour stop, not an empty seat. To see where the tour is heading next, go to makeheavencrowdedtour.com. We have a lot of medical news coming up after the break. Mike Tyson joins in on the MAHA movement about eating healthy, and an anti-vaccination bill is making its way into more states. Secretary Kennedy saying vaccines should be a person's choice.
Are you concerned at all that your stance on vaccines might make people reluctant to support you on ultra-processed foods?
My stance on vaccines is the same. People should have good science and they should have choice.
Talk is cheap when it comes to saving our country. We're not just any cell phone service provider. We're Patriot Mobile. It's not enough to simply talk about values. We live them. Defending life, protecting our First and Second Amendments, and celebrating our military and first responder heroes. We're boots on the ground making a difference. We're America's only Christian conservative wireless provider with nationwide coverage on all 3 major networks and 100% U.S.-based customer service. Join Patriot Mobile today and make an impact every time you use your cell phone.
America's founders warned that without knowledge and virtue, no nation can remain free. Yet through the steady infiltration of Marxist ideology, we have been stripped of both, and we are no longer a moral and educated people. To save America, we must spark nothing less than a national renaissance. That's why you need Freedom Talk Magazine, the journal of truth and virtue. We cultivate enlightened thinking and principled living, offering unique insights into the issues and remarkable people defining our world. Sign up today for your free subscription to Freedom Talk Magazine and join the new American Renaissance.
Are you taking advantage of President Trump's golden age? Or what if I told you can just sit back and earn money as President Trump continues to repair our economy and make America energy independent again? I'm talking about oil royalty checks. With the help of the Oxford Club, thousands of Americans have unlocked this secret hack that has put money back in hard-working American pockets. Financial expert and Lindell TV supporter Mark Lichtenfield has showed me how. It's a way to profit from America's energy production that's been working quietly for decades, even when oil companies were struggling. So go to LindellOilBoom.com to find out how this all works and why it's relevant right now. That's LindellOilBoom.com. For the first time ever, we're bringing you MyPillow mattresses and mattress toppers for as low as $99.98. Remember, sleep's all about temperature and pressure points. Whatever sleep needs you have, we have the right technology for you. Like our MyPillow mattress topper, our queen size has over 10,000 individual comfort supports to help relieve your pressure points. And how about our 3-inch Hybrid Plus mattress topper? It's infused with copper and silver to help your body get the restorative sleep it needs. And our MyPillow and Case Coil mattresses, I personally helped develop these mattresses to make sure they have everything needed to give us great sleep. Plus, they're made right here in the USA, and they ship right to your front door, absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to get MyPillow mattresses and toppers for as low as $99.98 and free shipping.
Eat healthy, turn away processed foods for you and your child. And joining in that message that we've seen for several weeks now is none other than Mike Tyson.
Hi, I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS Secretary. I'm here with Iron Mike Tyson, the heavyweight champion of the world, 44 TKOs. And his biggest battle has been with obesity, his own and in his family. First, I'm going to introduce my partner, Brooke Rollins, the USDA Secretary, who understands the integral relationship between farm prosperity and good food. We need to do both. We've got the best food system in this country. We want to make sure Americans are eating real food.
Yeah, thank you, Secretary Kennedy. Brooke Rollins, what a joy to be here today, obviously with my partner, Bobby Kennedy, but the extraordinary Mike Tyson and his ability to talk about the importance of eating real food and what this effort means for America and making America healthy again. Mike, what a joy to have you with us today. You're going to help us make an even bigger difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. Eat real food. Eat real food. Trust me.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
More than half of what we eat is ultra-processed. Mike Tyson says he's not fighting in the ring, he's fighting for Americans to be healthy. In a recent interview, he also said that running is the best exercise. And if you can't run, walk. He says that's the best thing you can do, as well as eating healthy. And we are now 1 year into the MAHA movement. Strides are being made. Our Allison Steinberg is at a MAHA roundtable meeting with more.
Hello everyone, Allison Steinberg here with Lindell TV. We are outside of the Heritage Foundation for the 1 year anniversary of MAHA. Very exciting stuff. Great speakers here. RFK Jr. just spoke. And now we are here with Dr. Louis Ziegler of Advanced Health Center. Yep. Yes. And Dr. Ziegler is amazing. He is doing such incredible work to sort of shift the focus away from the mainstream Western medicine sort of treatments and into more integrative health, right?
Yeah. So, again, super happy to be here. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you. Yeah, we want to move people away from more of a kind of institutional medicine, more holistic, more natural, integrative functional medicine. As you spoke earlier, we do a lot of red light therapy. We try to move people into a much more natural, holistic way. We do acupuncture. And this message coming from MAHA with chronic disease, we see so much from diabetes, pain management, has not been really managed very well over decades. And I've been in this kind of healthcare to make sure people can access really good, high quality healthcare for almost 30 years.
Yeah. No, you're doing incredible stuff. And I was so shocked, really, when I found you and learned about the work that you're doing, because it's like you go to one of these doctors here and they just want to immediately start prescribing you medications. They don't actually listen to the root cause of your issues. They don't ask a single question about diet or exercise or anything like that. Why do you think that is? How have we strayed so far away from just the basics of health?
I do think the coding and the insurance companies have really hijacked this whole system. So patients just have to run around for their 3 minutes. And in our center, I'll share the same thing. We want people to, it's a human touch. We want really people to understand. It's about giving care, taking care of patients, making sure parents of children, everybody has a kind of a great opportunity to access really high quality health care. It shouldn't be controlled by your insurance companies or the government.
It really shouldn't. And so it shocks me when even Republicans in Congress are like pushing to continue on with Obamacare for another 3 years. I mean, that's literally the battle we're up against. And the people who should have our back on this, many of the so-called Republicans, are pushing to continue the same system that is so detrimental to the average American citizen.
Yeah, I mean, healthcare has gotten so expensive, co-pays, deductibles, people can't access it. It never became affordable care. It literally became unaffordable. People can't get quality care because it pushes them out. Co-pays, there's no transparency on pricing, right? They agree. Thank you. Right? There's no transparency on pricing. Accessing care became so difficult for so many people to get run around. It becomes heartbreaking. And with red light therapies and other types of integrative care and acupuncture, much more holistic way than doing just writing a prescription.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that could end up helping so many more people. But unfortunately, we're in this sick cycle of just prescribing the meds, and then people get addicted, and then it just never ends. Is there actually a way to reform this? I know that's a massive question, but is there hope at reforming this system?
Yeah, I do. And I think kind of going back to the simple message that MAHA is getting out there, get real food, eat real food. And this is kind of where we really start to try to get this message out. The brain and the gut are interconnected, right? So what you put into your system, it's going to affect your brain. That mechanism, brain and gut, is so powerful. So that's what I really want to get that message out. People understand it. There is a connection. We have to be nice to all these organ systems, our stomach, all these chemicals in our food, all this over processing. It affects our brain. It literally poisons your brain. And protecting what we call a blood-brain barrier, protecting that and being nice to it, with a lot of red light does, these new helmets. I am so excited about the new kind of movement in healthcare. So that's why I'm here trying to get that message out. So thank you so much.
Thank you. We're so excited about this, and we love promoting this in any way that we can, because this system, the way that it is currently, is unfortunately, I think, made more people sick than actually cured anyone.
Yeah.
It's very sad, but you talk a lot about the gut and the brain connection. How would someone know, like, where to start looking if they were feeling a little bit off? I know there's a lot to
Yeah, so you can always feel free to contact our office. We're in Arlington. We're Advanced Health Center, Integrative and Functional Medicine. But there's also there's red light books you can read about. There's kind of, we call traditional Chinese medicine acupuncture books. It's been in this world for quite some time. Red light's been around. So I'm a big fan of promoting other acupuncturists, other people who are into this kind of holistic, natural way. Traditional Chinese medicine, all these things, physical therapists, anything to really focus on being nice to your body, taking care of your body. I know it's, but we got one body. One. Be nice to it, love it, have fun with it. It's a really simple message, but people forget about it because traditional medicine has just moved them around and devalued them.
What would you say to someone who thinks that this functional health approach is just this crazy woo-woo nonsense, like sticking needles in your shoulders? Like, what's that all about?
Yeah, I've been in that kind of the space. I've been called a quack. I mean, I'm used to it, so it doesn't bother me. It's part of it. Hopefully that with this MAHA movement, we're considered these outsiders. This is the first time, literally, people talk about zinc, vitamin D. There's a movement that people ultimately know for generations that they know these things are good for you, but the government devalued all of it. So now is our time, we believe, to move this MAHA agenda. I don't speak for a MAHA, but this is a great time to get people healthy again.
Absolutely. It's a very exciting time ahead, and we're so grateful for doctors like yourself that are helping to spread the word on it. So thank you, Dr. Ziegler, and let people know where they can find you and follow you for more.
Sure. Advanced Health Center. My name is Dr. Lou Ziegler. We're here in Arlington, Virginia. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
And now is the time to get on the right track. Don't wait. You can do that with All Family Pharmacy. They are having their President's Day sale today. 47% off select items, as you can see there. Check out their supplements page while you're there as well. It's never too late to start. Start today with All Family Pharmacy. Go to allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell. And we have talked about an anti-vaccination bill being looked at in 2 states. Arizona is one of those states and Minnesota is the other. And now it's on the table in Tennessee. Behind that bill is Dr. Sansone. He is here with us today. Dr. Joseph Sansone, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Great news when I heard this. The last time we spoke, the bill was in 2 states. Now we've added a 3rd. Give us an update.
Well, yeah, it's been introduced in Tennessee, although I wouldn't call it an anti-vaccination bill. It's an anti-biowarfare bill because it's called the Anti-mRNA Bioweapons Prohibition Act. The bill is unique because it recognizes that the mRNA injections are already illegal according to existing state and federal law, and it creates a civil and criminal penalty for non-enforcement. And so it adapted for each state. And so, yeah, we got this introduced in Minnesota. We did not have a co-sponsor in the House, so I thought it was going to have to sit till next year, but I think they found a way around that. So it looks like it's going to move forward. And what I'm asking people to do is to, on my website, josephsansone.com, I have a pin toward the top. I'm going to war. Will you join me? And I have 50 different state versions of this bill. And there's definitely a cumulative effect because each time it gets introduced into the state, it puts pressure on other states. We're running against quick timelines on these states because they have part-time legislatures. I do have a federal version of the bill too. Representative Shane Mecklin in Minnesota, Representative Rachel Jones-Keschel in Arizona, and now Senator Janice Bowling in Tennessee. I just want to shout out their names because they're patriots. Most of our legislators are afraid to actually stand up and do the right thing here. It's either for whatever reasons, intimidation, censorship, whatever. But these bills are important because most people we know, unfortunately, are going to have a shortened lifespan because of these injections. If we believe their numbers, they said 80% of Americans, 90% of adults. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out if you give people chronic diseases and illnesses, they're just not going to live as long. And I'm not saying people are going to die tomorrow, but if you're 35 years old and you get the shot and you only live to be 63 because of a heart condition or whatever autoimmune disease or whatever you get as a result, that's stealing 17 years off your life. That's murder. And that's so we're just going to keep pushing this envelope here. I've been litigating in Florida against Governor DeSantis to get the shots off the market because they are weapons of mass destruction. And I'm actually one of the potential witnesses in a case in the Netherlands against Bill Gates and Albert Bourla. And that case is a civil case, but they do level the charges of genocide and biological warfare. So this is a serious issue, and we can't. This is one of those issues where I think a lot of people, it's so big and ugly to look at. But here's the deal. It's not going to go away because they continue to give people these injections, Vanessa, and the shedding is a real issue. So every time, the problem is this too, is most of the people that got the injections, even though they don't know it, according to the researchers I talked to, have damaged immune systems. So if I turn around and get a shot right now, and you've already gotten an injection, if you have a damaged immune system, the shedding is a greater threat to you, the involuntary environmental exposure. So, really, a big part of this is protecting the people that already got the shots because of the damaged immune systems. So we need to stop this, and then we need to work on trying to find ways to mitigate the damage. But first, we need to stop this, and we haven't done it yet. And, we should all eat healthy food, but we should probably stop the biowarfare against American citizens.
I want to go to one of your posts, Doctor. The current issue, we just brought it up a minute ago, but I want your reaction to this. The current issue is that mRNA bioweapon injections are still on the market. Mandates are a fake debate when our people are still being targeted with weapons of mass destruction. So you talk about mandates there. So explain to us about what you meant there, that they are a fake debate.
So look, I'm a psychotherapist and I specialize in clinical hypnosis. When you create a situation when you're debating whether a weapon of mass destruction can be mandated or not, there's an embedded hypnotic command that you can target us with weapons of mass destruction. When we had a whole presidential election where none of the candidates even talked about how deadly these injections were, let alone the fact that they're weapons, there was an embedded hypnotic command there, an indirect suggestion that it's not an issue. No, it's an issue. You and your family members have been poisoned. So when you look at it, I agree. No vaccine should be mandated. And at this point, I think they all need to be looked at. I'm focusing on the mRNA injections because they're clearly a weapon. But, I've been, battling against this for a while. People want the easy out, and they want to cheer and pretend they're doing something, talking about mandates while their constituents are being murdered. These are weapons of mass destruction. I mean, I have an affidavit from the law professor who wrote the bioweapons law saying so, along with other experts. This is not a frivolous thing. This is serious. And, there's a disconnect right now, I'm telling you right now, between the Trump administration and the people that put them in office, because this is one of the issues that they expected the Trump administration to correct. And I'm sorry, but looking at RFK Jr. talking about eating healthy, yeah, we should all eat healthy. But do I want to spend my tax dollars to have them do a campaign on that? Or do I want them to stop killing my people? Children are getting these shots every day, let alone adults. This is unthinkable that this is still on the market.
Yes, and I want your reaction to this as well. Senator Rand Paul just recently introduced a bill to amend the Public Health Service Act in order to end the liability immunity for vaccine manufacturers. What's your take on this bill that Senator Rand Paul just introduced?
Listen, it's good. It's good. It's not that it's a bad action. It's just a soft action when I seriously doubt that the senator does not know that these are weapons of mass destruction. If I know, he has to know. He's a medical doctor. It's just utterly ridiculous. But I mean, yeah, it's a good step. But my argument would be is once you establish that these are weapons of mass destruction, all liability shields go away. You don't have a right to murder our people. And, I know these are strong words, but this has been several years now. We've been fighting on this, and the system is so corrupt and rigged that, we're okay, you can. So what's the best we get out of this? You can sue them for murdering our people? No, people need to be brought to justice. This is not going to end until people are brought to justice. That's what my case is about in Florida. That's what the case in the Netherlands is about. And that's what this bill is about, too. This bill is about establishing the fact that these are weapons of mass destruction. And you know what? There'd be no need for these bills if the governor or an attorney general of any state just enforced their bioweapons, weapons of mass destruction, or terrorism laws. Or even if a county sheriff and county prosecutor leveled an indictment against some of these people for what they've done. And this is an issue that should go against political party. I mean, across political party. This is all of our people have been targeted either directly with the shots or indirectly through the involuntary environmental exposure. And I just ask people to step up. No one's going to do this for you. You need to get involved with this. This is not going to stop unless we make them stop. They terrorized you and your families. These people in power need to learn the message of fear as well, because that's the only thing that's going to get them to stop targeting us.
So last time you were here, you were talking about Arizona and Minnesota. Now we're looking at Tennessee, which is great news.
Yes.
So take us to the first two states, Arizona and Minnesota. Any headway there since the last time we spoke?
Not that I'm aware of. What happened with Minnesota, I have to follow up on, but I think the representative might be away right now because that actually was put in last year, but they have like a 2-year cycle, so it won't be voted on until this year. Arizona, we were flooding them with calls to get it through committee. I have to follow up with Rachel to see if that has had the effect we needed because we don't want it to like die in committee this year. I mean, if it does, she'll bring it up again next year. She's committed. But so right now, I don't know if we've had any traction yet with those. In Tennessee, I'm looking optimistic because I thought we were dead in the water till next year with it. But I think the senator's actually taking over another bill that she can amend it and put this in there. So I think it's going to move forward there. But I want to tell people, listen, it's regardless of what state you're in, just get the bill and try to get it introduced. Because look, even if this gets introduced in a state like New York, that's good because it forces the red state Republicans to answer to their constituents why they don't have the courage to do it. And this is just simply about courage. This is all this is about. People are either being intimidated, blackmailed, or just afraid of being censored on the media or canceled, whatever. It's just cowardice. That's the only reason why these are still on the market. RFK Jr. can pull these off the market with a snap of a finger, and so could the president, and so could the governors. They're all participating at this point.
So why do you think they're not?
I don't know. I mean, we could go real conspiratorial and say who's in the Epstein files and who's being blackmailed. Or it could be as simple as 70% of the revenue for most of the media, 60 to 70% of the revenue comes from big pharma. So if I'm a presidential candidate or, running for Senate in a state, I know if I start hitting these shots and explaining that they're weapons, I'm probably not going to get on the debates or get on TV or for interviews for most of the big obviously Lintel TV is an honest network, but I mean, these other networks are corrupted. So that it could literally be the financial aspect. If I'm a candidate running for president, I mean, they censor it as it is, but imagine if you started attacking the shots, they just pretend you weren't even running.
So it runs deep. Yes, if you start thinking of the theories of all the possibilities.
I don't want to sound cynical, Vanessa. I believe in action. I can't explain everybody else. I can only explain that I think that I'm doing the right thing here because I'm trying to stop mass murder. And I don't know why other people are not jumping on board this, but they need to. People need to hear me right now. If you are within the sound of my voice, you need to enter the arena. This must stop. This is a threat to our species. The Florida Department of Health has even said as much. It's a threat to the human genome. Yet they're still on the market in Florida.
And it's still on the market. Okay, so let's talk about, we talked about Arizona, we talked about Minnesota, Tennessee. Any other states that are close that maybe some of the constituents watching right now, if they are a resident of that state, maybe they can push their congressmen and women to get this bill on the table?
I mean, I have a few states that I don't want to put out the reps' names, but I have a few states where I was talking to representatives in other states, and some of them I've met with already. What I would say to people, this is not that complicated. All you need to do is go on ChatGPT or Grok or something and just ask, who are my top health freedom legislators that are against the COVID vaccine, and what is their contact info? And then, call them and email them a copy of the bill and, ask them to introduce it. Just start there. Because honestly, after I got the first two, that's what I did, and that's how I got Tennessee. But it's better if people it's better if people in that actual state are doing it too.
What would we do, Doctor, without ChatGPT? It gives us all the answers. So yes, go see who your state's members of Congress are and see who's against it, and then that's where you start. You have a website. Where can people go to follow you?
Yeah, it's josephsansone.com, and somewhere pinned toward the top, there's an article that says, I'm going to war, will you join me? It has all 50 versions of the bill there, and you can just download a PDF. It also has Dr. Francis Boyle's affidavit and a peer-reviewed journal article saying it's a bioweapon. Yeah, that's great. You can subscribe to my newsletter. It's free. But the best thing you can do is try to help get that introduced in your state. Pressure works.
Yes, it does. And if there's an update, Doctor, please let us know. Come back and see us, and we're going to be following you. But when you have some news to tell us, we're going to be waiting on pins and needles, hoping for some more good news. So great to see Tennessee now on board, and hoping for other states as well. Thanks so much for spending part of your President's Day holiday with us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. You're the best.
Thank you. Well, rev up your engines. The Daytona 500 ended with a bang. A celebration is going on in Florida. We'll take you there. But first, if you're on social media, give me a follow, send me a message. I'm on X, Vocal, Truth Social, Instagram, and YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. There is the handle right there. All of my handles are on your screen. Give me a follow. Let's connect. Send me a message, and I'd love to hear from you. We'll be right back.
Let's face it, you can't trust Big Pharma. They've already tried to block ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and raise prices on everything from antibiotics to your daily meds. Well, there's good news. All Family Pharmacy is standing up for medical freedom and helping people get the treatments they actually want. My family and I use them all the time. They made it easy and affordable without the runaround. While other pharmacies are jacking up prices, they've actually dropped theirs. Ivermectin now starts at just $2 a capsule. Use my promo code Lindell10, you get an extra 10% off of that. You need ivermectin, antibiotics, or methylene blue, you name it, they've got it. They make it simple. You fill out a short online form, a licensed doctor reviews it, and your meds ship fast right to your front door. If you want to be prepared and have your medications on hand, this is your new pharmacy. Visit allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell. Promo code Lindell10 saves you even more. That's allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell. Promo code Lindell10. For the first time ever, we're bringing you MyPillow mattresses and mattress toppers for as low as $99.98. Remember, sleep's all about temperature and pressure points. Whatever sleep needs you have, we have the right technology for you. Like our MyPillow mattress topper, our queen size has over 10,000 individual comfort supports to help relieve your pressure points. And how about our 3-inch Hybrid Plus mattress topper? It's infused with copper and silver to help your body get the restorative sleep it needs. And our MyPillow and Case Coil mattresses, I personally helped develop these mattresses to make sure they have everything needed to give us great sleep. Plus, they're made right here in the USA, and they ship right to your front door absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to get MyPillow mattresses and toppers for as low as $99.98 and free shipping. If you want to drop extra pounds, boost energy levels, and reduce swelling in your legs and feet, then this message is for you. Pure Health Research is on a mission to make America healthy again. And 2 of their best-selling health supplements are leading the way. First is Liver Health Formula. Over 100 million Americans have a sluggish liver that's riddled with fatty deposits. This can kill your metabolism, pile on the pounds, and make you feel tired. Liver Health Formula takes care of that. It supports thriving liver health with special nutrients like artichoke extract and milk thistle. This is one of the easiest ways to slim down and revitalize your energy levels. Next is lymph system support. If you struggle with fluid buildup or swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, this is for you. The natural ingredients in lymph system support help gently flush away extra fluid and toxins out of your body. And right now, for a limited time, you get 35% off Liver Health Formula and Lymph System Support, along with 50 plus other health supplements that Pure Health Research has to offer. So head over to purehealthresearch.com and use promo code Lindell at checkout. That's purehealthresearch.com, promo code Lindell to save 35% on your order today.
Welcome to Vocal, the free speech social app that gives you a platform to amplify your voice. Speak freely, connect boldly, and be part of a growing movement for truth, faith, and freedom. Want to know what's happening right now? The Now Playing feature shows you exactly who's live and what's streaming in real time. Check out the show's feed, a non-stop lineup including Lindell TV News 24/7, shows and on-demand programming all in one place. Connect with your favorite host and never miss a show. Explore the featured page for quick access to Lindell TV's top shows. Follow your favorites and watch their newest content flow right into your feed. And when they go live on Vocal, you can join the live chat and be part of the action. Ask questions, share your thoughts, even help shape future shows. Stay informed on issues around securing our elections by following your state's Cause of America account. Join a group and connect on a deeper level, from faith and freedom to the future of our nation. Go to vocal.com or download the app today and be a part of the mission to save our country.
Talk is cheap when it comes to saving our country. We're not just any cell phone service provider. We're Patriot Mobile. It's not enough to simply talk about values. We live them. Defending life, protecting our First and Second Amendments, and celebrating our military and first responder heroes. We're boots on the ground making a difference. We're America's only Christian conservative wireless provider with nationwide coverage on all 3 major networks and 100% U.S.-based customer service. Join Patriot Mobile today and make an impact every time you use your cell phone.
America's founders warned that without knowledge and virtue, no nation can remain free. Yet through the steady infiltration of Marxist ideology, we have been stripped of both, and we are no longer a moral and educated people. To save America, we must spark nothing less than a national renaissance. That's why you need Freedom Talk Magazine, the journal of truth and virtue. We cultivate enlightened thinking and principled living, offering unique insights into the issues and remarkable people defining our world. Sign up today for your free subscription to Freedom Talk Magazine and join the new American Renaissance.
The biggest race in NASCAR, the Daytona 500, brought high speeds, packed grandstands, and intense competition in Daytona Beach, Florida. Tyler Reddick captured his first victory driving the car co-owned by Michael Jordan. Reddick made a bold move in the final lap, passing Chase Elliott in the closing seconds to take the checkered flag.
I know last year was really hard for all of us, hard for me. When you're a Cup driver and you get to this level and drive for Michael Jordan, it's expected you win every single year. And for us to go on that drought that we did made us really look hard in the mirror, and just really proud of everyone on our Chumba Casino Toyota Camry. Worked really, really hard in the offseason, and there was many points in this race where we weren't making decisions that we wanted to, but we just reset. And every opportunity that we got to resack, we went back at it, and just speechless. I didn't know if I'd ever win this race. It's surreal, honestly. And honestly, the best part is my son asked before the race, "Are you finally going to win this race?" And something about today just felt right.
Take us through that last lap. You were all by yourself, no teammate help around you. And we didn't really talk about you much during the race, and suddenly you were there when it counted most.
Yeah, I know. I keep looking for my wife and my kids. They'll be here at some point, I'm sure. Maybe they're taking a nap, who knows. But yeah, I mean, we had the lead there when that caution came out and lined up next to the McDowell, and we just kind of kept getting hung a couple times in the closing laps there. And yeah, just every time we kind of break up, there'd be someone really with nowhere left to go but to push. And they pushed me. Obviously, my teammate Riley Herbst gave me a lot of pushes there and then tried to win the race for himself, as he should at the end there. And just incredible how it all played out. Just true Daytona madness. And just, man.
And this is also the first win for Michael Jordan's racing team.
I can't even believe it. Yeah, I mean, it was so gratifying. I mean, we had 4 guys that were really fighting, that was helping each other out. I mean, you never know how these races are going to end, right? It's like you just try to survive. And, I thought Riley did an unbelievable job by pushing at the end. That shows you what teamwork can really, really do. I mean, he doesn't get enough credit. He won't get enough credit, but we feel the love. We understand exactly what he did. And, I mean, we just hung in there all day. I mean, we great strategy by the team, and we gave ourselves a chance at the end. And, look, I'm ecstatic. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It feels like I won a championship, but until I get my ring, I won't even know.
All right, what size ring do you wear? Did you tell
Size 13. Size 13. Just
Hey, happy early birthday.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it.
Mike.
The Great American Race, a lot of celebrations going on there in Florida. So much fun to watch. Look at that hug. Big hug right there between the two winners. Great to see. All right, now for your news to go as you start your day. Mark it on your calendar. President Trump will be holding a Board of Peace meeting on Thursday. The president posting a lengthy Truth Social message saying that the Board of Peace has unlimited potential, going over his plan to permanently end the conflict in Gaza. The Board of Peace, that meeting will take place at the Donald J. Trump Institute of Peace in Washington, D.C. The president says they will announce that member states have pledged more than $5 billion toward Gaza humanitarian and reconstruction efforts. Again, this meeting will take place on Thursday, and we'll have coverage right here. For all news headlines today and every day, you can go to LindellTV.com. You can also download the Lindell TV app. It's free in your app store. And as always, we leave you today in prayer. Our Bible verse of the day comes from the book of Proverbs. The Bible says, "The wisdom of the sensible is to understand his way, but the foolishness of fools is deceit. There is a way which seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death." And that'll do it for us here this morning. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day, America.
Are you taking advantage of President Trump's golden age? Or what if I told you you can just sit back and earn money as President Trump continues to repair our economy and make America energy independent again? I'm talking about oil royalty checks. With the help of the Oxford Club, thousands of Americans have unlocked this secret hack that has put money back in hard-working American pockets. Financial expert and Lindell TV supporter Mark Litchenfield has showed me how. It's a way to profit from America's energy production that's been working quietly for decades, even when oil companies were struggling. So go to LindellOilBoom.com to find out how this all works and why it's relevant right now. That's LindellOilBoom.com. For the first time ever, we're bringing you MyPillow mattresses and mattress toppers for as low as $99.98. Remember, sleep's all about temperature and pressure points. Whatever sleep needs you have, we have the right technology for you. Like our MyPillow mattress topper, our queen size has over 10,000 individual comfort supports to help relieve your pressure points. And how about our 3-inch Hybrid Plus mattress topper? It's infused with copper and silver to help your body get the restorative sleep it needs. And our MyPillow and Case Coil mattresses, I personally helped develop these mattresses to make sure they have everything needed to give us great sleep. Plus, they're made right here in the USA, and they ship right to your front door absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to get MyPillow mattresses and toppers for as low as $99.98 and free shipping. If you want to drop extra pounds, boost energy levels, and reduce swelling in your legs and feet, then this message is for you. Pure Health Research is on a mission to make America healthy again. And 2 of their best-selling health supplements are leading the way. First is Liver Health Formula. Over 100 million Americans have a sluggish liver that's riddled with fatty deposits. This can kill your metabolism, pile on the pounds, and make you feel tired. Liver Health Formula takes care of that. It supports thriving liver health with special nutrients like artichoke extract and milk thistle. This is one of the easiest ways to slim down and revitalize your energy levels. Next is lymph system support. If you struggle with fluid buildup or swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, this is for you. The natural ingredients in lymph system support help gently flush away extra fluid and toxins out of your body. And right now, for a limited time, you can get 35% off liver health formula and lymph system support, along with 50 plus other health supplements that Pure Health Research has to offer. So head over to purehealthresearch.com and use promo code Lindell at checkout. That's purehealthresearch.com, promo code Lindell to save 35% on your order today.
Welcome to Vocal, the free speech social app that gives you a platform to amplify your voice. Speak freely, connect boldly, and be part of a growing movement for truth, faith, and freedom. Want to know what's happening right now? The Now Playing feature shows you exactly who's live and what's streaming in real time. Check out the show's feed, a non-stop lineup including Lindell TV News 24/7, shows and on-demand programming